The Power Rangers have encountered numerous adversaries and threats, but none have been more severe than the one that they face now. The Dark Spectre has corrupted the Morphin Grid and all the Rangers, and their only chance is the Pink Ranger, Kimberly Hart, who takes up the role of the hero. Previously, she'd been brainwashed and as a subordinate for Lord Drakon, and earned her infamous title, the Ranger Slayer. But now, she has recovered, and it is a great opportunity to redeem herself in this hour of crisis. In this video, we will explore the entire comic series that explores her journey to find the Morphin Masters, the gods of the Power Rangers universe, as her first step to set things back on track before the Dark Spectre takes over everything. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
Gravity Ball!
What is the backstory for Power Rangers Unlimited: The Morphin Masters? Power Rangers Unlimited: The Morphin Masters comic series ties up to the ongoing Darkest Hour event, and before we head into the details of this comic series, here's some backdrop from the Darkest Hour, and it will be necessary for context. In the Darkest Hour event, the infection spread by Dark Spectre is spreading uncontrollably through time and space with the help of the Morphin Grid, which is a multi-dimensional energy source accessed by the Power Rangers. It is a scenario where Mistress Vile is one, and the distressed and stranded Rangers have an unlikely accomplice, the Draken Rangers, who are a faction of Rangers from the world of the Coinless. The world of the Coinless is basically Draken's world, an alternate timeline where Tommy Oliver is on Rita Repulsa's side. However, the Draken Rangers may not be the help that the stranded Rangers need.
Hyper Key, ready!
Enough playing around!
Why does everything depend on the Pink Ranger, and how will she set things right? As we mentioned before, Power Rangers Unlimited: The Morphin Masters comic series starts off with the Pink Rangers on a quest all by herself. Well, she's not exactly without guidance, because the mysterious Pink Emissary is by her side as a guiding force. The story starts off with Kimberly entering the Morphin Grid in search of the Morphin Masters. We get a brief recap of her previous battles as she speaks about the importance of practicing repeatedly for the precision that is required during a close encounter against an enemy. Kimberly has mastered her archery skills, and repeated battles have made her stronger, more accurate. She starts off quite clueless about the whole process, and she exclaims how the entire place seems weird and wrong. She possesses a power coin, but unfortunately it cannot provide her with directions, and there are clear signs that the Morphin Grid has started showing signs of being corrupted by the Dark Spectre. This is when Kimberly first encounters the Pink Emissary, who was made by the Morphin Masters. The Pink Emissary reveals that the Morphin Masters left for the light when the darkness came, and she warns Kimberly to be careful in this mystical realm because she is always being watched and heard. All of a sudden, Kimberly is attacked by some energy avatars who are actually possessed entities corrupted by the dark forces of the Dark Spectre. Kimberly fights them off while exclaiming how defeating these possessed creatures is tricky business, and even a win doesn't feel like one because of their nature. The Pink Emissary guides Kimberly to run from these entities after a brief fight, and it even guides her to a nearby boat. Kimberly makes a quick run and barely manages to jump into the boat, and to her surprise, the Pink Emissary follows her. Kimberly is puzzled about this entity that she calls Pinky and wonders why it is there by her side. The Pink Emissary replies that Kimberly must find and free the Morphin Masters so that the spread of the Dark Spectre's infection can be contained. When Kimberly wonders why the Pink Emissary did not offer any direct help during the previous attack, the latter replies that it is only a guiding force, and this whole journey would be Kimberly's alone to fulfill her destiny. The Pink Emissary is only there to offer guidance and not interfere in any of the proceedings. It also doesn't know which way to go, but it does reveal some crucial details about the Morphin Grid. According to Pinky, the Morphin Grid is too vast, and it is constantly changing. Here, thought and energy are one, and generations have crafted the ways of the grid. However, the Morphin Grid is crucial for existence because if it falls, so would all life along with it. The Pink Emissary also tells Kimberly how she would be allowed to fail if it so happens, and how failure would only make her grow, a philosophy of the Morphin Masters. The journey in the boat soon encounters a sea of clouds, and Pinky advises Kimberly to have faith and go ahead. After crossing these clouds, Kimberly is amazed to find otherworldly structures that look like several floating pyramids above them. Pinky tells her more about how the Morphin Masters came across the grid after they had solved every problem in the world. They still long to unlock the secrets of the universe, and this search eventually led them to the Morphin Grid. One could call its discovery an accident, or it could be termed as destiny. The Morphin Masters were trying to escape from the Dark Spectre, and they came here to explore the grid and protect it from the darkness. While talking, Kimberly and the Pink Emissary enter one of the floating pyramids, which the Pink Emissary says is a place of communion, where anyone can communicate across the Morphin Grid. It is apparently a place where one could communicate with the dead as well, and this is soon proved right when Kimberly comes across an apparition that resembles Billy or the Blue Ranger. Billy tells her that the Morphin Masters brought an echo of him into these chambers, and he is in a state of consciousness without actually existing. He also reveals that the entire population has been made to retreat deeper into the grid, and only the Illumination remains, who are the 6 elders or the wisest of the Morphin Masters. Currently, they are seeking shelter in the heart of the grid, but their existence is doomed without the white light, which is present in the power coin possessed by Kimberly. Learning about the power coin, Billy asks her to place it in his hands so that he can deliver it himself, but Kimberly is cautious and wants to confirm that this is really Billy. Although Billy wants her to have faith in him and trust him, she asks him what her favorite color is. The answer is something that only the real Billy would know without a doubt, but the Pink Emissary is annoyed by Kimberly's lack of trust. Just as Pinky remarks that Kimberly might need some therapy to resolve her trust issues, she is actually proven right when the entity pretending to be Billy reveals itself as a possessed Blue Ranger. As it attacks Kimberly, she tells him how the Illumination failed to replicate the hair and how she knew this wasn't Billy because the real Billy would never force anyone to trust blind faith over logic. She runs out of the pyramid structure with the entity in pursuit, and she shoots one of her arrows at it. The entity remarks that she missed, but it turns out that she had aimed for the building, which crashes on the entity, taking it down for the time being. After emerging from this unexpected attack, Kimberly is once again furious about the Pink Emissary doing precious little help to help her in these near-death situations. She shows her frustration about getting stuck in this situation where she is forced to be the savior. The Ranger Slayer offers a candid confession, talking about her dreams of becoming a hat designer when she was growing up. She knows that she's just a tool for the Pink Emissary to get the job done, and there is no real value associated with her existence or her life. Pinky tries to justify the Masters by suggesting that Kimberly's struggles and painful journey made her the deadly warrior that she is, but Kimberly furiously denies this and claims to have trained herself to reach her position. She disregards the blind faith of the Pink Emissary, which almost made her lose the power coin to the entity pretending to be Billy. What happens when they finally arrive at the heart of the grid and encounter the Illumination? Finally, after their heated debate over blind faith and philosophies, Kimberly and the Pink Emissary arrived at the entrance of the heart of the grid. However, their struggles are far from over, as before them appear the Green and Black Ranger. They are in a mind-controlled zombie-like state, and they demand a power coin to be handed over in the name of Dark Spectre. The conversation between Kimberly and these zombified rangers show us the true extent of the corruption. The Green Ranger claims that this new condition enabled both of them to get their true freedom and individuality. Previously, they had given up everything for the Morphin Masters, and according to these brainwashed rangers, they were nothing more than slaves. They claimed that they had been sacrificed because the Morphin Masters valued the equilibrium of the grid more than innocent lives, and the Dark Spectre made them truly free from any obligation. Kimberly realizes that they are beyond any logic, and she confidently engages them in a fight, offering a snarky reminder that she is not known as the Ranger Slayer for nothing. After an intense battle, she triumphs over the two, but the Pink Emissary is injured in the process. Although it wants Kimberly to leave it behind and move ahead, Kimberly takes her along as she finally meets the Illumination, or the 6 Elders. Kimberly offers them the power coin, and the Pink Emissary is now optimistic that with the white light they can stop the infection. However, the Masters react very differently from what everyone expected. They proceed to consume the power coin and even offer Kimberly an opportunity to join them. The Elders state that they grow their own food, and it seems like they are only concerned about their selfish needs. The Illumination offers strong words of philosophy and wisdom, but their actions prove that they have no intention of fixing the infection. Instead, their focus is on their well-being in this tiny protected space. Meanwhile, the Pink Emissary is seriously injured, and Kimberly is furious that the Masters have no concern for her recovery. This is when the loyalty of the Pink Emissary is shaken. It claims that the Masters have been lost to the grid, and it also believes that the Masters have been lying the whole time while everyone fought and died in their name, as they remained in their safety cocoon. Pinkie proceeds to return the favor, but Kimberly interrupts her, saying that although she isn't quite fascinated by their selfishness, she cannot let Pinkie destroy them. Although Pinkie is a high emissary and extremely powerful, it is defeated by Kimberly and she is sorry about slaying her guide. The Morphin Masters offers her a permanent place where she would be safe forever, but Kimberly refuses. She has now realized that the Morphin Masters wouldn't be the saviors, and it would be up to her alone to set things right. On this cliffhanger, the story ends and we're left waiting to find out what she'll do next. Marvelous Verdict. Potentially a thrilling and well-rounded Power Rangers story. The comic series has received a lot of attention from the fans because of the intriguing story arc, and we have to admit that the build-up has also been perfect so far. The journey of the Pink Ranger in an effort to redeem herself and also set everything right has gotten off to the ideal start, and we are all eagerly awaiting for the rest of the story to unfold. This comic series, written by Ryan Parrott and Rachel Wagner, has a really strong character work which makes the readers invested, and if you're a Power Rangers fan, this is a must-read for you. We're looking forward to bringing you the next chapters of this story arc, but as of now, do let us know in the comments below about your thoughts on the entire situation. And also tell us what you think would be the next step for the Pink Ranger, who basically will have to continue the rest of her journey without her mysterious guide. As always, if you like the content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.